there are certain things like Aardvark hot sauce or Dreamwater powder that you can't get in LA. I can't find it. Then those are kind of the gifts I like. Things that I desire but I can't get. You know.
Yeah.
So just throwing it out there to everybody. You know.
Check out make you send it to our PO box.
And all the gifts packs we get from Tiger Lily fans, we really appreciate it.
But do you?
I do. The candy, I've eaten all of the candy.
He has. That's not a lie.
Like any gummy, this and that.
Did not send any more Haribo gummy bears, guys.
No more.
We're maxed out.
Yeah, maxed out. But I also need to lose weight because I've been obsessed with a show that's been around for a long time. But
it's what him and I first made love to.
Oh.
We made love to the show. What was on TV?
The first time we ever did it.
Yeah.
At first time ever.
It's my 600-pound life.
It's my 600-pound life on
That
TLC.
TLC?
Yeah.
It's the greatest show ever invented.
Yeah.
Number one, you never see them in real life because they can't leave the house. Like people that are like 700 pounds, they don't leave the house. So you don't run into them at like Jiffy Lube or, you know, or at a rave or Burning Man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wherever you go,
You're not going to see
you're not going to see the 700-pound guy.
Yeah.
Right? So then when you see it on TV, you go, holy fuck.
It's real.
It's real.
I
Right?
don't know how they even stay alive long enough to hit 700-800 pounds.
Yeah. Also,
amazing.
why was 600 pound the limit? You would think that, you know,
Keep going.
like, you know, they were pitching the show. How about 400-pound life?
Mm,
They're like, nah,
Go up.
500.
not close enough to death.
Close to, yeah.
Because you know they have originally it wasn't my 600-pound life. Initially it was half-ton man, half-ton uncle, my half-ton mother, and they were over 1,000 pounds.
Ooh.
And those were the ones that they had to be extracted from the house. Like they would actually have to break walls into the house to remove their bodies. And I think in one of the episodes, a woman died. Like during the show, while the show was filming.
Yeah.
So those were really, really intense. And then eventually they were like, oh, maybe those are too high risk. Let's just go with the 600-pounders.
Sometimes I see that show and I go, if I was a sibling or a father, I might start a side business, a soap business.
To clean.
Making soap from their fat?
Yes.
Oh, like a whale.
Yeah.
Oh, this is true because
I would have a
when
soap
they get the
business.
surgery and they remove like the lymphodemas,
Yeah.
some of those
Which
lymphodemas
sounds like a Filipino food dish.
I love the lymphedema. Kalala. Lymphedema.
it's just like excess skin. They weigh up to 80 pounds.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Just 80 pounds of just fat and mass. You could make a shit ton of soap.
I'll make so much soap. And but you know what? Like here's the thing why I like the show. If you did this to just a random 600-pound guy and it wasn't on TV, I don't think they would do it. I feel like the motivation is the celebrity of it. Right? Because a lot of people watch the show. I know everyone on the show now. Like I know, you know, whoever like Ed, the guy from Modern Family, like they like a TV star,
Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill. Like
Yeah.
you know, they're like to me in that level.
And we also watch their Where Are They Now episodes.
Do they get skinny?
We keep track of how they're doing because
There's
some
this-
of them they gain the weight back. Others they go extreme overboard and become anorexic.
But the best one was Christina. There's a girl
Christina
named
was
Christina.
so good.
Bro, this 22-year-old girl, she was 600 plus, right?
22.
And she lost all the weight. She got down to 190, 180.
Yeah.
And she looked kind of hot.
She was a very pretty girl. She
Right.
could tell she was already very pretty even when she was
But see,
like a big girl.
there is like if I wasn't dating Kalila and I'm in love with Kalila, and this is like a side thing, but when I watch the show, there's a little bit of fancy
Yeah.
where I would meet a 800-pound woman, right, but with a nice face. You can tell if they have a nice face, right, and then you just like ridicule them.
What?
No, not ridicule them, but you just kind of go ridicule. No, you just kind of go, yeah, I think you're eating too much pot roast or whatever. I mean, you just kind of slowly, grade at their, you know what I mean.
But
so you
just-
get them to lose the weight.
So
Right?
you're playing Dom, basically.
But watch my thing, right? So then you get them down to 170, right, and then 160 or 150 even, and they're kind of hot, but they still have fat mentality. So then you can like abuse them.
Oh, God's dangerous.
Like control
yeah,
them.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's sad. That's called having a chocolate chip on your shoulder.
Like
Where
me.
like my
chocolate.
no, because that's what I call.
You
I
told it, yeah.
actually coined that term because my ex-boyfriend that I was with for 5 years previous to Bobby, he used to be a fat boy all of his life, and then he had lost like 60 pounds or something like that, and he became a really really hot dude, but he didn't have the confidence. So that's how I scored a really hot dude. It's because he
That's
used
what
to
I'm
be
saying.
a fat boy.
That's what I'm
He was
saying.
never hot when he was younger. I can't score those hot ones from birth. They got to be an ex-fat boy turned
Yeah.
hot. Because they're the ones who are still so eager and a little bit unsure. They don't flaunt their shit.
That's what I meant to say. Not control them. What I said earlier.
Not abuse
You know,
them
not abuse them,
mentally.
not mentally. That's not what I meant to say.
He meant
What exact chocolate chips
Yeah,
is what I meant to say.
chocolate chips on his shoulder.
Yeah, on his shoulder
Urban Bat.
is what I meant to say. But it's a great show, and I just what also that show is you get to see results, like a real life change, and it's inspiring.
It is very inspiring. But also you get to see why people even get to that point. And it's usually
really,
people
but
who
why?
are...
But why?
It's lack of coping, trauma, it's so psychological that usually the turning point of the weight loss and the moment they decide that okay, this is it, it's not that it's all psychological. It's like a fucking
Yeah, but you would think.
thing in their head.
But you would think. Just hear me out. Let's just say 350. You would think at 350 in anybody's life, you'd have to think, I think that's enough. Right?
I don't know. I've never...
800 is like, what?
That's a lot.
It's easy to knock these people and say you fat slob, but some of them really, really touched me. Some of
they
them,
touch me. They touch me too. But you think that 350
somebody intervenes.
would be somebody saying, put that fucking hot dog down.
Yeah, but there
I mean,
are places...
that was 230 for me.
230?
It was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
And even as a friend, if I knew you back then,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have said anything.
He was like, let's see if you can get on the show.
No, I would. But when you got to 350,
You said
I would have.
shit.
I would have confronted you. That's it.
Would you do the whole like, you're going to fucking die?
No,
Or like,
no. I'd have a dungeon.
wait, what?
Yeah, I would. That's
He would
how much
tie
I
you-
love you.
he would
I would love you
hobble.
that. No, I love you that much.
So wait, you're saying that you would put me in a basement?
He would imprison you
Yeah, I would have a bed, a comfy bed, Tempur-Pedic,
Oh, thank you.
for no
double king,
ulcers
double
on
king
it. Yeah.
Tempur-Pedic. No, I'll make it nice.
Yeah.
When I say dungeon, it's not gonna be medieval.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna be able to get out.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not gonna. You're not gonna be able to talk to me either. Right.
Wait, I don't communicate with you?
You, listen. Would you just fucking listen, fuckface?
I'm just
All right?
nervous now.
No, don't be nervous, right? And there would be like an old boy, just a little latch, and I'd put foods in there, right? But like
Healthy stuff.
no sugar, no carbs, right? Maybe I'll put one of those shake weights in there just so you can exercise. You know what I
I'm
mean?
eating celery while doing
Right. And then you for a year you'd be down there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby, what year is it?
Yeah, I'd say, oh, it's 2000, whatever. You think you're not ready because you're fucking still only, 285.
Shit.
You would have to get down to 120.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Demetrius Johnson?
Yeah, Demetrius Johnson.
I'm
sorry.
not even 120.
But that's what I would do.
Going to
That's
the dungeon.
love.
My god.
But it's a great show, and I love it. And then there was another. We already talked about Body Bazaar. We talked about that
Yeah,
already.
we did talk
but
about Body
that's
Bazaar.
another good one. I like reality shows in that way.